Come on in to another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com. And thank you for watching, like, and subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done so, please do so right now. I do want to do a wrestling video. Raw thoughts from, when was it, June the 8th, 2015, in no particular order. Neville faced Kevin Steen. I said it once, say it again. Kevin Steen had a polite applause when he was at first in the ring with John Cena in that opening segment. Polite applause. You wonder if that applause is for him facing John Cena, because everyone hates John Cena, or if it's, they obviously hate the character John Cena, or if it's because they're cheering for Kevin Steen. Neville, great wrestler, is not able to connect with the crowd at all. At all. Just my opinion. What got you over at NXT necessarily won't get you over in the big the main roster, Raw and SmackDown. What else was there? There was that segment, Miz TV. It was so painfully awful that it was good. One thing I took out of it is Ryback is really comfortable. He's really connecting with the audience. If you've seen that segment, that big eye thing, every time he says it, it's funny. The crowd loves Ryback now, where a couple months ago they hated him. You could tell that Ryback wasn't going off of a script, and he was just talking as if me and you were talking to each other. Miz just seems, I don't know, just awful. Awful. I mean, I don't know if he's reading off of a script and he needed to get certain things out there, but that was awful. Big Show continues to be on TV. It amazes me. I have an itch on my forehead. Just came back from the gym. Don't mind it. Next, what else is there to mention? Seth Rollins loses to J&J Security. After Seth Rollins last 2 weeks says that he doesn't need the authority, he doesn't need J&J Security. His title reign has been mediocre at best. And very chicken shit like. No one, I don't think, I understand that as a heel you have to take the pussy way out, so to speak. But having J&J Kane authority really has not helped him as far as his title run. As far as going down in a history of WWE. Him dumping J&J Security, Kane and everyone else, might be a little bit too late. Interesting to see where they'll take J&J Security from here. Are they off TV now? Come back as a fluke tag team winning a title? Interesting to see. Something that's not working is Lana and this whole Ziggler thing. Ziggler, for whatever reason, seems to be paired with all these divas over the years. Every single one of them, it seems like. But that segment just did not come off good at all. Lana fell off of a stage, and she's just kind of like sitting down on the floor there. It's not doing anything. It's not crying. Nothing. Then 2 minutes later, she's grabbing her ankle. Then 2 minutes later, takes off the shoe, and then finally starts crying. So much so where you kind of, in those couple of minutes, were wondering what was going on until JBL said, "I think she hurt her ankle." He had to say it because she just wasn't, it just seems like she wasn't on cue. Speaking of JBL, he made one of these comments, and I don't know if this was off the cuff or he was just fed these lines, but he said the participants in this year's Money in the Bank are one of the best casts of participants. Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton. I mean, these guys are and the other guys that they have in there are the top of the class. Do we forget Bray Wyatt when he was in there? John Cena, the beginning days of Money in the Bank, Jeff Hardy, Christian, Edge, JBL. A little bit too far-fetched out there. Dean Ambrose, I don't know about you guys. I just don't see him being that stone cold that they stone cold, like defying authority. I just don't see it. I mean, this week again they had him pose with pictures with the title around New Orleans. A couple months ago he was running around Brooklyn, not with the title, but it was another different type of an angle. Or was it with the title? I'm not sure. But the point is these kind of things that Stone Cold did, he's not Stone Cold. Now I understand filling the shoes of Stone Cold, no one could do that, but I just don't see him as that type of figure, nor I do not see him as being the next champion, which is nothing wrong. I think Dean Ambrose will always be there in the main event picture, just never winning that title. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. You know, many people never were the WWE champion. What else we have on there? Something note of interest. Luke Harper and Rowan are back together as a team. The new finishing maneuver is the 3D, the Dudley. I think it's the Dudley Death Drop. Is this setting up the table for something? There was a kind of banter between Harper and the 3D and Team 3D on Twitter. Interesting to see if that finishing move was done on purpose to kind of open up the door for a possible feud Team 3D signing. That would be great. Something I would love to see. That's it as far as Raw. Just those couple of things I wanted to bring out. Interested to know your thoughts, obviously, as well. And until next time, adios, over and out.